Hi, everyone. This is Jules. I hope everybody is doing great. So, recently I made a video, and the video was about the 72 angels of power. And at the end of that video, I said that I needed to make another video regarding another book that to me has been life changing. Even though I enjoyed the 72 Angels of Power a lot and I still use it a lot. Like I wouldn't say that I use it daily, but I use it frequently. Um, there is another book that I really feel that has made a big change in my life. And this is not a book that is for beginners only. I consider myself a beginner. But this is a book that could be for anyone, any type of magician, any type of practitioner. And that book is The Secret Angel Magick, right here, by Adam Blackthorne. Okay. So this book, I mean, in my opinion, this book has been, listen, if there's one book you need, it's this one. Okay. If there's one book, if somebody told me you have to give up all the books from the Gallery of Magick, but only keep one, this would be the one I would keep. This would be the one. I wouldn't hesitate. Obviously, I haven't done all the rituals in all the books. Like I've done the one with the Magickal Cashbook. I've done the Protection Magic. I've done the 72 Angels, the 72 Demons as well. I've done a few, but I mean, I haven't done all of them, is what I'm trying to say. But from the ones that I have done, to me, the Secret Angel Magick is the one, really. So it's really life changing, and I use it often. I would say more often than I use the 72 Angels of Magick. So this book, The Secret Angel, by Adam Blackthorne. Like I said in previous videos, I do not have the actual physical book from the Gallery of Magick. Everything that I have is in the Kindle. Um, everything is it's in my Kindle, right? So one of the things that they speak about in the Secret Angel of Magick, there are different, like two different groups of angels in this book. Uh, they have the angels of omnipotence, which says a lot. Um, Omnipotence means they can do anything. They're very, very powerful. And the other second group of angels that they have in this book is called the genius spirits. Okay, so the um, the angels. I'm gonna speak about the angels of omnipotence first, and then I speak about the genius spirits afterwards. So the angels of omnipotence, they are considered servitors. So a servitor is an entity that is created by a person. And the angels of omnipotence, they were created by occultists many years ago. And they came up with these angels by bringing three angels together. So they brought two angels and one archangel. And with the two angels and the one archangels, they picked up virtues and qualities of each one of them, and they created the one servitor um, that has all of those qualities of those two angels and that one archangel. So this group of occultists, they created nine angels of omnipotence. And in this book, in the Secret Angel Magick, the way you work with these angels is that you work the angels in threes, right? So, like I said, there are nine angels of omnipotence, but when you bring one from here, one from there, and one from here, and those three angels have the qualities of three angels, right? So you can bring them together, combine them together, and you have like all of those qualities in that one ritual, whatever it is that you're asking for. Okay. So they are real conscious beings, servitors are real conscious beings. And when you bring all of these combinations together from the nine different angels, you can come up with 84 different combinations. Okay. Um, if you really understand the powers of each one of the angels of omnipotence, if you understand the qualities of each one of them, you can do just about anything, and you can combine them in different ways. So that's the way this book works. Now, one of the things that they speak about in the book is that when it comes to the angels of omnipotence, they can do just about anything. They can do anything. They're very, very powerful. And even though they can do like small things, they really like to be challenged. So they like big things, right? So like there is no job too small or too big for these angels. They are omnipotent, so they can do just about anything. Another thing the book talks about is that they serve better for foundation magic. So foundation magic is where you are doing like life changing long term magic. So it's not just something that you need for right now or for tomorrow, but it's something that, like as time goes on, it gets better. So it is about like creating a foundation, right? So like I said, they're very powerful, and um, even though they do mostly like foundational magic, they can also do targeted magic. Okay. So that's what I have here about the angels of omnipotence. Now I'm going to speak about the genius spirits. So one thing that we need to understand is that a genius spirit is not the same as a genie. A genie is known to be very unpredictable, and they can be very evil as well. So a genie is not a genius, even though they sound similar or almost the same. It's not the same thing. Okay, a genie is one thing, and a genius spirit is something else. So the genius spirits are also servitors. They were also created by a group of occultists, and they are 84 conscious beings. Okay. Um, they, I wouldn't say unlike the angels of omnipotence, because it's not unlike, but when it comes to like the genius spirits, they are more about like targeted magic. So, like for instance, if I have an interview tomorrow, for instance, I can petition, or I can do a ritual in which I'm asking a genius spirit to make me to give me confidence, to grant me confidence. So it will grant me that confidence for that interview, but it's something that is targeted. It's like I need to be confident for this interview, right? Where foundational magic is more like I am confident. So that is the difference. So angels of omnipotence, they can also do targeted, and the genius spirits, they can also do foundation, but they are more like experts in their own field. So foundational is more for like the angels of omnipotence, and targeted is more for the genius spirits, even though they can also interchange. Okay. One of the good things about the genius spirits is that they can enhance other magic as well. So they can make it better. I mean, like you can do anything with these angels, and really, like you can do anything. And one of the things that the book says as well is that you can use this magic as you are doing like other different works, other rituals. So you can combine other rituals with the Secret Angel Magick as well. So yes, it can enhance other magic, and when you use foundation magic and targeted magic at the same time, it's almost like you are. It's like you're enhancing your life long term. Is about like life themes in your new story of your life, your future life. It's almost like you are creating your life as you speak, if that makes sense. Okay. So when it comes to the angels of omnipotence, and you are doing the ritual, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at I'm going to get my readers here so I can tell you exactly about the ritual. Okay. So now, when you do the ritual with the angels of omnipotence, you're supposed to have the sigil. So every single one of the angels of omnipotence. So, like for instance, right here we have one of the angels of omnipotence. So, right here are the three angels' names. Those are the three angels' names, and it says what they can do. So they can do the foundation, they can do the targeted rituals. And another thing that I forgot to mention is that you can also use the angels of omnipotence to influence other people. Okay. Um, so it has the three different, things that it can do. So once you know what you want to do, then you go to the sigil, and you have to be looking at the sigil as you are doing the ritual. Okay, so you're gazing at the sigil for a few seconds. It's not like you have to look at it all the time, right? And then you are supposed to do an invocation in which you are calling Yahweh, and you're also calling two. It's one angel, but it has two different aspects. This angel, which is Raziel, but you also call Raziel with the name of Arziel. So you have to use both when you do this invocation. Now, here is the part where it gets really, really interesting. So as you're looking at the sigil, you have to think about this as you're looking at the sigil. You have to think about the following things. And the point is to make you notice that you are a fragmentary moment. Okay. So you're a fragmentary moment, barreling between birth and death. So the first thing to consider is like consider the universe and all of the workings of the universe, and consider like what was there before the Big Bang, and consider like everything that gives you like awe, and everything like all the wonders of the universe. Like you have to consider that. Um, the next thing that you need to consider is that you were born helpless. And when your time comes, when you die, this is very gory, but it's explained in the book. Like you have to think about like when you die, that like all of your flesh will fall off your bones and you're going to rot as well, you know. Um, Now, something else that you have to consider is the brief time that you have on earth, and that everything that you are meant to be, you will be before you die. Okay. So that is another thing so you have to think about all of this as you are looking at the sigil. You also have to like feel grateful for the opportunity to work with the angels of omnipotence. Like, be grateful that you found them. Be grateful that you have access to them. Be grateful that they are willing to work with you, right? And you also have to consider the power that you have to change reality, the power that you have to do magic. Okay. You have to consider the power within you. Okay. Um, and how wonderful that magic works. So you have to consider all of this. And then you have to like imagine this breeze that is coming from behind you. And as you imagine that, you also consider this light that is coming from behind you and kind of like moves through you, right? And then that's after you consider all of this and you imagine all of this and you're looking at the sigil and you're really like in that feeling of like power and awe and potential and magic. It's a feeling like once you get in that state, then you have to call on the three angels of omnipotence that you have chosen. So before you choose the three angels, you have to think about like, what is it that I want? Magic is not a wish. Magic is a statement. Okay. So you have to consider like, what is it that I need to state about myself? If it is to become wiser, then you say, okay, I need to become wiser. I need to have better knowledge, better wisdom and discernment about my path and about the journey that I'm taking here. So once you decide that it is wisdom that you need, then you look at the different combination of angels and see which one matches that wisdom the best. So once you choose that, you are supposed to write down the statement in your journal, and then there are the three angels, and that's when you say each angel name 3 times. And then you speak the sentence that you prepared. So one of the things that they explain about the angels of omnipotence is that you are supposed to say, I command you, mighty angels. And you have to believe in that command that you have, because angels are there to assist us. Okay. It's not like we are commanding, like demanding something. It's more like I have the power given to me by the creator to ask for this. So it is a command because it's been given to us. So it's not a bad thing to say, I command you, mighty angels, to give me more confidence. So I feel better about myself. So you need to justify when it comes to the angels of omnipotence. You're asking for something, you're commanding for something in your own reality. And then you say either because or so. I command you, angels, to make me wiser because I want to walk a path of discernment. Okay. So you have to justify what you are asking, what you are commanding. You need to justify it with the angels of omnipotence. When it comes to the genius spirits, you say something like, I don't know, like the spirit. Um, Let me see. You say like the spirit name. I don't know the spirit names yet. You say, for instance, Caleb, genius of sacred vessels. Caleb, genius of sacred vessels. So you're supposed to say the name of the spirit, and then you say genius of, and then the power of the spirit, right? And then you say, grant me, and then you ask whatever it is that you're asking for. Grant me this. Now, with the genius spirits, you do not justify. So you don't have to say, grant me this because this, or grant me this so I can do this. When it comes to the genius spirits, you don't justify it. When it comes to the angels of omnipotence, you need to justify it. I hope that makes sense. Now, this magic is also protected, okay? So you are safe to work with this magic at any time. The only problem with this magic is one of the things that they talk about in the book. The only problem is that it may not work, and it may not work is because you take it for granted. Okay. So like after you do so many workings and like the magic starts working for you, it's like you get used to it and then you take it for granted, and then you may notice that it doesn't work anymore. So that's like one of the problems with this with this magic, is that make sure that you don't take it for granted. Like make sure that you remember all the time that this is a gift, that you've been gifted this, that you have access to this, that you have access to these angels. And maybe that's why you have to like consider all of these things. You have to like imagine these things. And you have to like have that feeling of awe, and like, wow, like I have access to this and this is so wonderful, and I have these angels that I can come to, and they're willing to assist me and help me out. So as long as you continue like having that feeling of gratitude and awe and possibilities, and like they're like the possibilities are endless. So as long as you continue having like that childlike feeling, maybe like it works. And whenever like the magic like is manifested, like be like, yeah, that was the magic. It's like, don't be like, well, it was meant to happen. So, you know, so if you have like that attitude, like, well, like maybe it wasn't, or like maybe, like if you take it for granted, then you may lose it. That's the only problem that it talks about. It also says that keep in mind that magic is not about making wishes. You're not making wishes, you are making statements. And and when it comes to like the statements that you make, if you're making like big statements, if you're asking for like big stuff, you also have to be prepared for big life changes. Okay. So, like sometimes we just have to like, what are we willing to sacrifice? You know, because if you're if you are going to be doing the rituals and working with these angels that are very powerful, and you're making big petitions, commanding for big things, you better be prepared for big changes because they will happen. Okay. So if you're not comfortable with big changes, then take one step at a time. Okay. What else do I have to say about this? I mean, this book is wonderful. Like I said, it is wonderful. I've done many rituals. I tend to be risky, but not that risky, if that makes sense. Like I like to make bold statements, but not very bold. Like I like to keep the safety of that I have, but at the same time, I am also aware of the changes that I need in my life. So I rather like take baby steps until I feel comfortable in that new reality of my life, you know. And then also, what I have noticed is that the more we practice magic, the better we become. Okay. So I don't think I have anything else to say when it comes to this. Let me just go through this. So yes, you have to call on Raziel, even with the genius spirits. And like I said, you call the genius spirit. You say, for instance, like Cicera, genius of desire, grant me the power to perceive the truth that I crave. You're just making that statement, so you're not justifying because this is a genius spirit. If it was a angel of omnipotence, then you would have to justify it. And you also like you always put a hand on your heart, and you know that the spirits are going to be with you, and they're going to stay with you throughout the journey. They're not going to leave you. They're going to assist you, and they're going to be there with you. So listen, I hope this review helps. I really feel that this book has been life changing, by Adam Blackthorne. And something else that I would like to say about Adam is that he's got a great sense of humor. So when you read his books, like he's real, like he'll like I get him, and he's got I enjoy reading Adam Blackthorne's books. I think he's like much older guy compared to like Damon Brand, I believe. It's just the way he speaks about himself. But it's really fun to read. It can become a little bit repetitive, in my opinion. And but I think the point is to make sure that people understand what they're getting themselves into. I think that's the point. So, great book. I recommend it if you're thinking about working with it. I would say you can do it at any time. You're safe, you're protected. Just don't take it for granted and enjoy the process. Like, I don't remember which book it was. I think it is the Masterworks of Chaos Magic that says, and I really like this. It says something like you need to confess your sins. I'm not saying that you have to confess your sins for this book. No. I'm just trying to like make a point here. Uh, I think it was the Masterworks of Chaos Magic. It says like confess your sins And confessing your sins is not like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. No, it's more like, universe, I have this burden on me. Can I just like give it to you so I can go out and play? Like, can I just like give you this? Because, like, sometimes we have beliefs and we have perceptions that keep us from being like children again. And we have ideas that keep us from like trying things, like new things, like magic. You think of a magician, and some people would say, oh, that's bogus, that's stupid, it doesn't work. Or, oh, if you're practicing magic, then you're a witch. Or, like, there are so many ideas, perceptions, beliefs. When you're doing this, just like put that to the side. Just put that to the side. Be like, hey, universe, can I just give you this so I can go out and play? Put all of that to the side. Give it back to the universe. Confess your sins. Like, give it to the universe and have fun with your magic. Have fun with it. Like, whenever they are saying, like, consider, like, infinity and space and time, and consider that the angels are like here and they are paying attention and they're waiting for your command. Like, allow yourself to be like, yes, they are here, they're listening to me. Once you call on Arziel and Raziel, it's like you have the attention of all the angels. What does she want? Because we want to help her, we want to assist him. That's why we are here. The angels are there to help us. The angels are there to assist us. That's their job. That's what they are there to do. And even though these angels here are more like servitors, they were created by a combination of two angels and one archangel. So it's like three in one, and they're waiting for our command, for our statement, for our petition. What do you want? How can I help you? How can I make your life better? How can I assist you? I mean, so wonderful. It is. It is so wonderful. I wish I wish we had like that, like more here, you know, instead of thinking that we are alone in this world, instead of thinking that we rely on other people. That is codependency. And I think if we have to become more codependent, it would have to be on angels because they are there waiting. They're waiting. Literally, they're waiting. You know, I had a friend many years ago. She was a clear, what is it? When they see, clairvoyant. And she said to me, Jules, if people saw what I can see, you would see like an army of angels surrounding you. Like, angels are everywhere. And it's like an army of angels. And they are surrounding us all the time. They're just waiting to, they're just waiting for us to acknowledge them and to ask them or command them because they don't have free will like we do. And even if they want to assist us, and even if they want to help us, if we are not asking them to assist and to help, they can't, they shouldn't. Okay? So keep that in mind because I know what I'm feeling. And even though I'm speaking about Secret Angel Magic, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. You know, I've always been very connected. So I hope you take that message, just ask, just ask. And whether you believe or if you don't, just give yourself the opportunity. And even if you don't work with this book, like I don't work for the Gallery of Magick. I don't get anything from them. Um, I'm just giving my reviews because I believe that since it works for me, they should also work for you. And I also believe that a lot of people are looking for practical magic, for things that really, really work. And I think we need that as well. We need to believe in magic, and we also need to believe that we can make a difference, in the world. Because when I am working on something for myself, I am working for something for the collective as well. And even if I'm asking for myself to be wiser, for instance, maybe through my wisdom, I can, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can inspire other people to do the same, if that makes sense, you know? So when you work on yourself, you're not being selfish. When you work on yourself, you're working on the collective, and you can serve as an inspiration to others as well. So grab this book or grab another angel book. I don't care, but believe that the angels are there and they are waiting for your command, for your petition, so they can assist you. So that's the end of this video. I hope it helps. Um, Also, if you are new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you subscribe. I am a very small channel, but it is my intention to grow it, and to reach more people. So the more you interact with this video or another one of my videos, the more the algorithm is going to reach out to other people with similar interest as well. And hopefully, I can reach the right people. It's not about reaching the multitude, it's about reaching the people who are looking for this type of videos and encouragement and inspiration and magic. Okay. So I thank you all for your time and for being a part of this collective. And I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.